The rural way of life is about making everyone feel at home. Tractor Supply chose advanced 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business to transform intelligent customer service. Together, we put the power of AI to work across 2,200 stores, keeping things running seamlessly inside, curbside, and countryside. This is elevated customer experience. This is Tractor Supply with T-Mobile for Business. Take your business further at T-Mobile.com/now.
Shopping is hard, right? But I found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. I just give my stylist my size, style, and budget preferences. I order boxes when I want and how I want. No subscription required. And he sends just for me pieces, plus outfit recommendations and styling tips. I keep what works and send back the rest. It's so easy. Make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Spotify. That's stitchfix.com/Spotify.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of your week when we like to say, welcome to
Eejits of the World!
With you,
Glenn Wool, and you,
Andrew Maxwell.
and we
are
Eejits.
Eejits. We are Eejits, and we are here to embrace and celebrate this week's cornucopia of global Eejits.
We're Eejit Finder Generals. We're gonna get you.
If we scent an Egypt upon the land, we hunt them down and then trial them.
Just like Puritans.
Just like Puritans.
It's highly illegal. And none of the charges have ever stuck.
But nevertheless, you stand before our court of stupidity. Let us begin, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we have? What first Egypt do you have for me, Mr. Glenn?
Well, it is celebrity chef, if you can imagine such a thing exists in the world of idiots.
Yes, I could. Yeah. I embrace your idea. I would also like to offer the Egypt that drank 2,000 pints
Wow.
in 200 days.
We have a mortuary worker who is a Shakespearean love story for the me generation.
This week we are also looking at the world of fakes, frauds and phonies.
Yes. Well.
That's right. These people are so phony, they're phonies.
What up, Frony? We have a piece of Americana that changed its name and then changed it right back. And we'll be delving deep into that.
That sounds like political correctness gone right.
Yeah.
And in conclusion, we have the Eejits of town name changing.
Yes.
I'm sure I could have said that in an easier way.
Wow. If anybody else is as big a fan of my left foot as Andrew seems to be.
Town name changing.
Here he goes.
There you go.
Imagine get that marble swallowed. Now he's able to.
Have you got an opening story for me, Mr. Glenn?
I do, Andrew. And it comes from a celebrity chef, which is amazing, like, to think that there could be an Egypt amongst those, that golden generation.
The golden generation of people making dinner while high as fuck.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And
a lot of shouting. There seems to be a lot of shouting involved in professional food making.
I think it's because it's so hot in those kitchens, and this is what I think is the problem with global warming, because everyone's going to be acting like a celebrity chef when the world, because that's when all the riots take place. It's always hot weather.
It's true.
And that's what everyone's going to be, celebrity chefs going forward. And you would say, well, what would be the problem with that? And I managed to track down it's another podcast, and I don't want to speak ill of our competition, but I will. It's called the High Performance People of High Performance.
Oh, that's what the podcast is called.
Yeah.
High Performance.
High Test.
If you want to be in the 1% of super achievers.
The 1% of the 1%.
You want to be the 1,000% of the 1/10,000th.
That's right. You want a boat that's so big it's got a pool that's got a little boat in it?
Yeah, if you want to be a centurion decimating your foes, killing 1 in 10 of them, because that's what it literally means.
Yeah, then listen to this podcast any place you get your podcasts.
I'll tell you where else in the high-performance world of super success, there seems to be a lot of stuff about, don't sleep with your mouth open.
No.
You only get 40% of the brain vitamins.
There's Are you sleeping on your left side like an imbecile? Then flip over, you dork.
That's the loser side. If you want to be a winner, you got to sleep on both sides.
I don't care if you have to look at your wife. Sleep on your right side.
Or your success trophy, as she should be known. If you've already followed our 20-step program of super success.
If you've paid the $7.95 fee, you'll already know that.
You'll already be looking at her. She's all oiled up and ready to go. Why? Because she's awesome. And you want her because you slept through your nose. There's so much of that shit.
So anyway,
there's another guy as well, Huberman. This guy's huge, much bigger than Eejits of the World podcast.
How?
I don't know. Maybe he buys ads. I don't know. But the point being is, Huberman. If that is his name. Anyway, this guy's his thing is jaw training.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get little jaw training all the way to the top. Oh, here comes Popeye with his pipe.
I have no idea what we're... I'm following you, but I don't know where we're going.
I don't know either. But here's the thing.
Yeah, but this guy's the jaw training man. So he's especially his thing is that men are becoming emasculated. Their jaws are colossal. And the bigger your jaw, the more you're going to bite down on the success cake. You're going to play.
That cake is too dry if you're having trouble eating it, by the way.
Anyway, yes, so this is a high performance.
So, yeah.
What happens in high performance?
He's got Gordon Ramsay on. Gordon Ramsay.
Famously irascible Scottish, doesn't sound Scottish chef.
Yeah. One trial for Rangers. Won't stop going on about it. So he's got him on, and they're like telling the stories of like coming from nothing, and he's like, yeah, well, I had me and my wife, we wanted to buy this house, and we only had $20,000 for a deposit, so we took her dad out for dinner, and I was like, at the end, I was like, can I borrow 20 grand we've got? And he's like, well, I'll tell you what, Gordon, you take me out for another dinner and I'll lend you 20 grand when you sell your Porsche. And it was like real sort of like he was telling
so
a parable.
Yeah, so sincere. And you know what I said to him? I thought, you clever fucker. That's what he said. Like, you don't have to be a stroke of genius. There was somebody comes here going, give me 20 grand when they've turned up in a fucking Porsche and asked for 20 grand.
Yeah, you all couldn't even go to the restaurant together in it unless his daughter sat on his lap.
No, I thought, get in the boot.
Yeah.
No, if we really want this place, you've got to be luggage, dear.
Yeah, honey, get in the boot. Your father's sitting in there. So then, yeah, like, and it's like this real, like, wow moment, and then he's like, yeah, you were correct, and then he goes, so what happened to the Porsche? He goes, I got it back. I got it. You know, I made my priorities. We didn't even have a house. We had no roof over our heads, so we put things first, and then eventually, I went and got the Porsche back. And the guy's like, the same Porsche? Yeah, the same Porsche.
Yeah. 10 years later, I bought the exact same Porsche.
But how?
It was now 10 years older and shit.
And also, like, how did he get the exact same Porsche back? Like, did he go up to the owner and just be Gordon Ramsay to get it back? Like, put 2 bits of bread by his head? He's like, who are you? Who are you? I don't know. You're the guy who's going to sell Gordon this goddamn Porsche back sandwich. That's who you are. What?
I don't think so.
I'll sell it to you if you take that bread off my head, sir.
Please. Please don't stop turning him into a snack. Basically. Yeah, in the story, he was so sincere. Like, it The tone, what's amazing about it is the tone is sort of like you go, it's the sort of story that rich people tell of, like, you know, I just sold my business. I think we could have sold it for $1 billion. It went for 1.9. I was devastated. And then I was asked to do a charity auction where I met some children with leukemia. And then I looked in their eyes and I thought, you know what? That's what really matters. You know what I mean? It was that sort of time. But instead the guy was going, I asked for 20 grand because I already had 20 grand. I was skint, but I had 20 grand. Yeah. I knew a man who had another 20 grand and he wanted me to sell my fucking sports car to get a, you know, fucking, interest-free 20 grand loan. Yeah. And I sold that car. So, and then, as an act of revenge, I hunted that car down. I was on my Brompton, on my fold-down bicycle, just pursuing it through the streets of London for years.
Looking down every side street, trying to find El Camino.
Trying to find my white goddess. My 74 XL75 500.
Or Lil Gordon, as I like to call her. It was quite easy to find because I had a decal on the car that said Lil Gordon.
That's right. I said, and I had the soup of the day.
Total right. I could write it off. I actually wrote the car off. I put the menu on the bonnet.
That's right. The car was today's special. Every day, took it all off. New specials. Bought the car again for the third time. Already owned the car. Sent the car away. Me and the car went through an open phase. The car was driving through the autobahns of Germany, living the car's best life. I pursued the car, hunted it down in the Subaru. What are you talking about? Yeah. And the guy who's interviewing him was like,
So when people say I didn't struggle, I direct them to chapter 3 of the Gordon Ramsay story.
The time I had to let my beautiful princess go. Goodbye. Car.
No one to keep me company except my wife.
That's it. Goodbye, car. Will I ever see you again?
Yes.
Yes. 10 years hence. It's so ridiculous. I'm going to tell you, I watched it a good 10 times thinking, what's the fucking lesson?
Yeah.
Is it on us? The secret of success, Glenn, is already being successful. There it is.
Yeah.
That seems to be the lesson.
That's chapter 7 of the Gordon Ramsay story.
Once I was a millionaire, the next million came easy because I borrowed the second million off the back of only the first million.
Yeah. Yeah, I sold my Maui mansion, and then my dad lent me another $1 million, because that was the proviso.
But you know that the story gets weirder, because the father-in-law in the story eventually did time in prison for hacking Gordon Ramsay.
What?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know
the father-in-law went away. Did time for it.
Like,
it was a massive fraud.
Like, do you mean impersonating? Like
yeah,
doing his own Kitchens from Hell show
exactly.
in a bad wig.
Just a man called Graham trying to be as angry as Gordon. Are these bacon rolls or what? Nobody listening.
Yeah, but somehow he's got the Porsche. So he's got Lil Gordon in it. Lil Gordon's in the show, but everything else is just.
Yeah, he did time. It was something to do with that. I think the father-in-law was running one of his businesses for him, and there was some sort of financial shenanigans.
Ooh.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, there's the secrets of success. Have a generous, wise, and ultimately corrupt father-in-law.
And sell your Porsche, kids. As soon as you can.
Sell
if you're struggling to get out of the ghetto and try and find your way, just get on the bottom rung, sell your goddamn Porsche.
That's right. If you find yourself a little bit short, that you can't buy a new pack of Fantastics in the tuck shop at Little Break, sell your Porsche, kids. You feel like you want the grab bag of classic red hula hoops, but you can only afford one of the snack packs.
Sell your Porsche.
Sell the Porsche. Secrets.
Sell a
secrets.
share in the Porsche.
And breathe through your nose while selling your Porsche, while grinding your jaw.
Yeah, get your jaw ready. Start breathing through your nose. Appear to be a trout. And sell your Porsche.
Trout of success.
The trout of success.
Tickle me out to the bank of victory. Well, thank you, Gordon. You're a fucking Egypt. Welcome to the club.
Yes, Gord. Good work.
Gordo.
Now, Andrew, you have a story.
Yes,
that
well,
you've
I have a
located
story I would like
for
to
everyone.
share. Yes, there's a story I'd like to share, Mr. Glenn. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even know this is an Egypt or the hero we were all pursuing in the first place. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to John May. John May has from Guildford, England, has become a global TikTok sensation, who prior to this had 6,000 followers and now has 123,000 followers. How did he do it? What was John May's magnetic trick to reel in the global viewership, you might ask?
Miming to Taylor Swift songs.
Good guess. Not true. Oh, that's it. You're going to have one guess. It's still a pretty good guess. And to be honest, it's fine. I'll tell you the truth.
Okay.
This guy has drank 10 pints every day for 200 days.
I should have been really famous.
Should be me.
Well,
That's just the Fringe.
yeah.
It's
Come
just
on.
Edinburgh during the Fringe Festival.
That is a light festival. That is a festival you can be proud of.
2,000 pints.
2,000 pints.
He drank 2,000 pints.
Wow.
Yeah. And what he said is, so far, I haven't had a hangover. I'm like, fucking wait, John. Wait till you stop drinking 10 pints a day. That hangover is very much in the post.
Yeah.
That hangover is going to have to be signed for. That hangover is going to put a little the card going, oh, you weren't in when you were meant to collect your £2,000 pint hangover.
Yeah,
Come down to the depot because the hangover is so fucking big, you're going to need to rent your own vehicle to take it from the depot.
They can't leave it with the neighbor.
No. You can't leave a 2,000 pint hangover with the neighbours. That is considered very bad form.
Yeah.
I had a delivery of fresh anacondas. I've had some scorpions delivered. You wouldn't mind signing for it?
It would be a good, if you had an inkling that your neighbor was keeping packages that were meant for you.
Yeah.
I would order a 2,000 pint hangover and then just wait to see him. One day your neighbor's in his dressing gown with big sunglasses on.
just popping paracetamol.
Yeah. Eating cold chicken wings on the couch.
For another 200 days.
Hey, package didn't. No. Yeah.
No, you caught me at the wrong time.
How many episodes of Murder, She Wrote have you watched? I've watched about 19 in a row now.
She murdered them all. Angela Lansbury killed everyone.
Have you been pissing in a milk jug? Yeah. I can't get up.
I've been pissing in this milk jug since it was used as a milk jug in the 1830s. This is the longest hangover in history. I've been weirdly horny. I've been very sleepy. I've eaten every part of a pig, including the oink. And I'm still hungover.
And I'm never going to drink again for the next 2 days.
Oh, John, watch out. Yeah, 2,000 pints.
Wow.
Yeah.
And did he make it?
Yeah, he did it. Yeah. He did it, yeah. And he said it cost him in total, it cost him 18 grand.
I can believe that.
Well, here's the breakdown of cost. 18 grand. 8 grand in booze. And by the way, he didn't cheapskate. He went to the pub. Most of
You'd
it's
have
pub.
to. It's just sad if he does.
just on his own in his room.
Is it?
8 a.m. every day. I'd wake up, I'd crack a beer.
Good morning, world.
I'd get in the bus, drive the kids to school.
Good afternoon, world. But yeah, 8 grand on the actual booze, and the further 10 grand was on Ubers.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Like, what? If you've got 10G spare, why don't you hire a driver?
Yeah.
Just have essentially a chauffeur. That's 10 grand's worth of chauffeur you could have got.
Where was he drinking these pints that he was so far away from his home? Why didn't he just drink at a walking distance pub?
But that's what makes it even odder, because he said that he did most of the drinking around his hometown of Guildford, England.
Yeah, I can't believe he was able to pull that in at 8 grand for the pints.
Yeah, Guildford. Yeah, he wasn't up
Very
north.
posh.
Yeah, it is quite posh.
Yeah.
We can't tell whether we're Lib Dems or Tories. Posh. You got a cathedral, haven't you? Yes. Very nice one too.
Very uncomfortable if I get far enough away that I can't see it.
Oh, I need to be near a bishopric. There has to be some sort of ecclesiastical hierarchy nearby at all times. Yeah, but that's it. He says he's fine. He says he's 25.
Okay. Yeah. He's going to be fine.
He'll survive.
I don't know why you'd keep following him, though. Like, is he just going to, I eat 1,000 sunflower seeds a day now for 2 years.
He says he's going to take a week off, and then he's going to get back to reviewing beer in pubs.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. I think it's going to be awkward one day when he's waiting there for the transplant. Hey, I knew you drink 2,000 pints.
Yeah, I tried to. I tried to do 2,000 pints of vodka, and that's how I got here.
Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah. Well, there you go. John May. Hero, legend, fucking Egypt, medical emergency, all the above. But fair play to you. I mean, if you want to drive up your followers,
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
Yeah. He's the star of drunk TikTok.
That's right. He is, and that's quite the TikTok as well. I would, I'd cut off a bit of my finger if it would add some viewers.
Right. Well, the challenge has been laid.
But first we need at least 1 million. That's what we'll celebrate our 1,000,000th subscriber by me. Essentially, I'll tell you what.
He can totally get out of this. By the way, he could just shave. A bit is not an actual size, and he's lucky about that. And
what I'm offering is, if once we have 1 million subscribers, I will join the Yakuza.
okay. Yes, this is one of my favorite ones of.
I can see your eyes light up. You've got an Eejit for me.
Oh, yeah. It's a mortuary worker named Ryan Smith, and we always don't do the names here, but he deserves to be named, and I just feel bad for all the other Ryan Smiths out there because it's quite a common name. So this one goes out to all the other Ryan Smiths who didn't do this and are being taken in. Every time somebody reads it, they've probably had this story sent to them many times and had gone, "It's not me. It's a common name." He was a mortuary worker in Nebraska, and they worked piecemeal for the mortuary. They went and cleaned up scenes where people had died.
Right.
So they get a call to a house and they clean up this scene where a man has passed on through natural causes. Ryan Smith shows up about 4 hours later, and he talks to the superintendent of the building, and he's like, "Yeah, there's a thing. We gotta take a swab the police need a swab of something up there. So you just gotta let me in the apartment. I just gotta,
Gotta swab something.
Yeah.
Gotta go swab it good, huh?
Yeah. So he didn't think much of it, but they let him in, and then he noticed later that there was sounds coming out of the apartment when there shouldn't have been. So the superintendent goes up and finds the door's locked and the chain's on, and he's like, what the hell is going on? And Ryan Smith answers the door in a disheveled state, and he'd gotten a hold of this dead guy's sex doll. And I don't know if the poor guy had died going at his sex doll, but Ryan Smith for some reason knew that there was a high-end sex doll in there.
How did he know it was a high-end sex doll?
Well, I mean,
did he meet the sex doll in Monte Carlo? Was he on the baccarat table? Hello there.
Blow on them for luck. Thank you. Snake eyes. So
I love it. You look beautiful. How you slightly move under the air conditioning. That's right. That's right. I'm the James Bond that used to slap women on camera, smoke on planes, and fuck inflatable Russian temptresses.
So this guy he breaks into this this house, and he gets caught humping a dead man's sex doll. And at that point, like, do you wear a condom? Like, would you even have a problem? Like, I don't like the feel of latex. Well, guess again. If you have a problem with that.
God, I'm lost in a moment here. This is the earliest it's been in an episode where we've actually found this week's bumper sticker. Caught humping a dead man's sex doll. I was caught humping a dead man's sex doll.
Oh, come on, you've done it. You've done it, y'all. Y'all humped a dead man's sex doll.
You know it. As long as you got breath in your lungs, you're gonna take her down the rungs.
She ain't old and she ain't young. She's just a sex doll. Can't get in trouble. Ain't illegal.
So
just weird.
Just weird. Real weird. You know what it is? It's weird.
It's weird.
It is weird. Hands up. Your Honor, if the charge is Ryan Smith, are you weird? I put my hand up and I admit it, Your Honor. 2 hands.
I say, and that's your answer.
It's your answer. That's what you get. Is that a guilty plea? Am I guilty? I'm sure ashamed of myself. Is that guilt, though? I don't think so.
I don't feel like guilt. So yeah, he's lost his job, and he's been charged with tampering with the scene, and yeah, they did
holding a dead man with his inflatable paramour.
I guess they take it pretty serious in Nebraska.
There's a lot of nothing to do in Nebraska.
Yeah, you don't mess with another man's widowed doll.
Thank you.
That doll is going to be buried
right.
with her husband.
Mm-hmm. That dead man's widowed sex doll right now is feeling a bit deflated. But he's coming. He went back, didn't he? He went was he not caught red-handed, or?
I don't know. I don't know what part of him was red, but
you can imagine though. Caught trying to shag another man's sex doll. It's just, instead of a pack of condoms, it's just a puncture repair kit. There you go. Listen, baby. Through this night, let me tell you how it's going to be. I'm going to have a basin of soapy water. And through the night, I'm going to put different parts of your body in there to find if there's any punctures.
We'll give you a bath.
You are very easy on the eye, and you are a wonderful lover. But you whistle slightly as a
Yeah, well, you know, and now he's in a 1-room apartment with her. I lost my job for you, baby. They fight. They don't even have sex anymore. She stares out the window all day.
How can you still look surprised? It's not surprising. Breaking into another man's home after he passed away and then fucking his sex doll. Of course I went to prison for it.
I'd take you for a ride, but I see how you look at the tires on my car. Anyway,
good
so
luck.
we salute you, Ryan Smith.
We really do.
We hope it works out for you.
We really do. We
and I
appreciate
hope,
it. You, Ryan, are the sort of person that we started this damn podcast for.
And I hope
About, not for.
And when you go to prison, I hope you know enough to make up a story.
You might want to say something about having sex with a dog or something. You might want to make this a nicer story. So
Yeah. Leave the doll out of the story.
yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Ryan. Wow.
And all you other Ryan Smiths out there, guilty by association, done nothing but
Done nothing wrong.
Showed up with a very common name. And all the other Ryan Smiths in Nebraska, our heart goes out to you. And especially the ones that are sex doll aficionados, but, have always played it straight. You want to have sex with a doll, you pay your money. You buy it from an emporium. You don't just break into dead guys' houses and start humping their dolls. Yeah. And that's the Ryan Smith I'm thinking of. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We stand up for you. The honest sex doll fuckers of the world.
Straight shooters. You know how I'm successful? I never breathe through my mouth unless I'm inflating a girlfriend.
So we salute you, the real Ryan Smiths.
The only Ryan Smith that is not going to look guilty now is a guy, Ryan Smith, who smokes 40 a day.
Well, but you just proper thing and smell if smoke comes. Yeah.
That Ryan Smith.
Yeah, that smells like camels. And not yeah, anyway.
This next category, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Glenn, that I want to bring to the table is an absolute font of Eejits.
Okay.
A world that we love to dip into, and we haven't actually so far this second series. The world of fakes, phonies, frauds, hucksters, fugazis.
Gimmickmen.
We're talking about 5-card Motsy rollers. See? With riverboat gamblers.
Yeah.
Montebanks.
Hucksters? Have we had hucksters
I
yet?
don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I was just saying them all.
I know.
But the point is, let me introduce you to...
Flim Flam Men.
Flim Flam Men. Well, let me introduce you to an extraordinary... And again, I don't know whether I can feel bad about it, but there's a guy who has been caught faking, not once, not twice, in all 20 times, this person has faked a heart attack in restaurants in Spain to get the meal for free.
I did hear about this.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Every time he ordered really expensive whiskey, had a Russian salad, and then...
Yeah.
20 heart attacks!
Well, I mean, I saw a picture of him. Are they sure he was faking it?
Yeah, I did see the picture going... Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think part of his sentencing he should have to read The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Because that's going to be...
Or the boy who never ate fruit and veg. Like, he is a very thumb-like man.
He could hide naked in a pile of beets. That's how red he is.
Right. Yes. Yes. I actually thought you were talking about the headphones, but sure. For a moment there, I was like, what? But then, why is there a naked Lithuanian man hiding in...
Sure, Glenn. Sure.
In a pile of expensive headphones.
You've been
Sure.
getting enough sleep lately, buddy? You've been looking a little...
You've been crossfading a bit too much.
You've been just little outbursts.
Strange. You really... Too many uppers or too many downers?
I don't know. You got the mix wrong somewhere.
But this guy, he doesn't... Yeah, he's a convincingly unwell-looking man.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably how he got away with faking 20 heart attacks.
Yeah.
Because as he walked in, people went, I think that guy's going to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like he looks very close to a heart attack.
He looked pretty heart attacky. But yeah, so, and 20 times, and all in the same town in Spain. Is all in Alicante.
Okay, well that's where his plan's falling apart.
I mean, how many restaurants? I mean, I guess Alicante's a big tourist town, but like, the restaurateur industry of Alicante do know each other.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's going into the same sort of restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's not mixing it up.
Well, he can get a Russian salad there, so...
In every one of them.
Yeah.
You get whiskey and Russian food. How many whiskey Russian food restaurants? 20. 20.
20.
He did them all. So,
Wow.
and he got away with it because each time was too small a claim. So in all told, he got away with €800 worth of food and drink.
Wow.
But I think he's been done now.
Yeah. Yeah, he has been. So, that's how we found out about him.
Yeah. Have you ever faked a heart attack?
No. But now that I know it's there, I probably will.
Yeah, now that you know it's out there. It's on the cards.
Yeah.
Feet now, it's expensive.
I know. I've lost a lot of weight lately, though, so it'll be less convincing.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I was close to not having to fake one. Yeah.
I faked a heart attack once.
Did you?
Yes, I was pretending to be a masked Mexican wrestler in a amateur football match in front of thousands of children in Ireland. And I'd been up...
Are you sure this happened?
Yeah. It happened year on year. But it was... I was inside the mask and it was high summer in Ireland, which is not very hot, but very
Which is a
humid.
Tuesday.
Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ, it was hot. 18 degrees for 20 minutes. Everybody was naked and just rolling around in the grass.
Some people, when it says naked, they took their scarves off.
That's what I mean by naked. Once you could see a woman's neck. That's how you get triplets. Do you know that? It's 3 sperm into 1 egg. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Anyway, yeah.
It's not called Sciencemen of the World. It's
No. Sciencemen of the World. Boring. No, don't. I wouldn't watch it. Snooze fest. PU. Anyway, so I was in a Mexican wrestler's mask.
Okay.
It's roasting hot. I'm in a cape. I was also wearing Dutch clogs. Right? So it's not easy.
Do you know what the sad thing is? I now remember this because I was there.
Yeah. There was one bit where I fell over in the game because obviously I'm wearing Dutch clogs instead of, football boots. And I lay there and I held my chest pretending I was having a heart attack while all the children cheered. And then I actually felt a bit crappy. For a second I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What an amazing way for a comedian to die. Dressed as an elf Mexican wrestler. I didn't want to break character, so I just lay there for...
You just died.
I just lay there for quite a while. Like a Tom and Jerry death where Tom is then floating over his body, cursing that damn mouse one more time.
Yeah. That's how long I've known you for. That you were telling that story, and I was like, "What has he been up to?" And then when you said clogs, I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I know that story. Yeah, I was there. I was."
Yeah, that was it's a clog man.
Yeah. Oh, the clogs. Yeah. I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got those clogs somewhere.
Well, they're not really,
You don't throw away clogs.
Yeah, they're conversation pieces, especially if you almost died in them.
Yeah.
I don't know
boats.
if they're your lucky or your unlucky clogs, but
They're clearly lucky. Otherwise, I wouldn't be recording episode 4, series 2 of Eejits of the World right here, right now, for your delectation.
you almost knocked your clogs.
I almost popped my clogs.
You almost popped your
I did
clogs.
almost pop my clogs. You're right. You're right. I did. But I didn't because I was faking it. And that's what this is all about, Mr. Glenn.
Fraudulent men.
Fraudulence. And now, Mr. Glenn.
Okay, yeah, I knew there'd be one more. I just felt it.
You could sense it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
This guy in Warsaw, Poland.
Okay.
He broke into. He basically carried off tried to. He got caught eventually, of course. Heist of the century, where he went into a department store knowing they had a jewellery counter, and he waited till it was closing time, and he stood in the window and pretended to be a mannequin. Right? So that is a man faking being a fake man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And weirdly, there's pictures of him in the window. He doesn't go easy. If you were going to be a mannequin and had to stand still for an incredibly long amount of time in the window, you'd go for sitting down, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Or hopefully, you like try and rob a bed shop.
Yeah, weird that. You don't have mannequins in beds, do you?
No, I think they would just look dead.
Or asleep.
No. Yeah. I'll tell you, there's going to be a good reason for it.
Yeah. Yeah, his name's Ryan Smith.
Well, that's what I thought when you said. I was like, so are they going to have to check the mannequins every night? Like hire a new security guard? Like, all right, you're going to have to fondle these mannequins every night just to make sure. Oh, that won't be a problem, sir.
Oscar, here's your pin. Go do your business.
Is it okay if I fuck them till their arm falls off? I mean, sure.
Can I keep some of the unisex one?
If a particular pretty one breaks, can I take it home?
Fix her up good. That's the thing about mannequins. Can't rip them. Yeah, like that. Like maintained eye contact through all of that. Yeah.
Felt a little tingle.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we got. He stood in a window holding a bag.
Oh wow!
And like almost said like it was like a weird planking kind of TikTok. Look how great I am at exercising. Kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he just held it. He had a bag at right angles for hours. And he thought he was going to get away with it, but the security guard just came around and went, mannequin, man. That one I don't want to have sex with.
Yeah.
I believe that might in fact be a feller.
I'm not a pervert.
Nope. I'm just the first line of defense. 62-year-old vet with a 4-inch cock. Nobody's robbing from this store. Unless you're stealing hearts. So there you go. They all got caught. But the point is, they all got caught. So what we're saying is, crime doesn't pay, but fucking Eejits do. Yeah. Woo-wee! Oh yes. Yes for the Eejits. Thank you. Yeah. Whether you be Lithuanian or whether you be Polish, we all come from one planet. And that planet is Earth, otherwise known as the world. And what's the world made of, Mr. Glenn?
Eejits!
What else is going on?
Well, I don't know if you saw this. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Now, for the outside world, who isn't American or Canadian, Oscar Mayer, a wiener
is a hot dog.
It's a hot dog. This is a brand of hot dog, right?
Yeah, and they had this car that was like shaped like a great big hot dog, and for since the 1800s or whenever,
70s, 60s, whatever it is.
In the 1500s, the Oscar Mayer people made a vehicle.
Declaration of Independence, something like that.
They had this big hot dog shaped car, and it was the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and for some reason somebody got offended by that and asked them to change its name because Wiener was I guess too it was fueling the patriarchy. I don't know, but
Wiener, this is all I know is that Bart Simpson got in trouble in an early episode of Simpsons by tagging Skinner as a wiener on a wall.
yeah.
So wiener is an insult.
It would be,
And
but it wouldn't mean like it also means penis. But if you called somebody a wiener, you're not calling them a penis, so to speak. You're like it's a way of insulting somebody in a way that you could do on television in the late 80s.
Right.
That's why they would pick the word wiener.
Right. So it means willy, but it's probably of willy level, isn't it? A wiener, a willy.
I think Willie is even stronger than wiener.
Wow.
Because you couldn't
And Willy's the weakest one we have, like.
I know, but because it drifts into not meaning penis either. Now Willie doesn't always mean penis either. Sometimes it's Willie Nelson you're talking about.
That's true.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say I don't know how you could be offended by wiener, but they did. They changed it to the Frank Mobile.
What?
Yeah.
The Frankmobile?
I guess there's less guys named Frank to be bothered by that than there are people that perceived great masses out there that were kept up at night because the hot dog shaped car was called the Wienermobile.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's kind of sweet. It's like, where's this Wienermobile going that people are like offended?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, there's a Wienermobile coming to town.
Okay, watch your language there, Donnie. I've got to go and I'm going to be around my children later, and I don't want filth entering my ears.
Well, it is, and it's long and it's curved.
Well, I don't care. Now, so is mine. You don't tell me. I don't get it out and show everyone at the parade.
Frank, but it's your wiener.
But I've been explicitly told not to anymore, so I don't do it. And I'd like you not to talk about it.
But they call it the Frank. The thing with it for me is, with calling it the Frankmobile, they changed the name of it to Frankmobile from Wiener, because wieners are sausages, and sausages look like cocks, and they made the Frankmobile. But what if you're a man called Frank and you look like a cock? You know what I mean? You ever think about that?
Yeah, well, I think the way they get around it is they just, whoever was driving it would just drive up to groups and just be brutally honest with them, make it frank that way. Oh, everybody have a hot dog except you, ma'am. You're too fat to wear a dress like that.
No wiener for you, Susan. This is the Frankmobile.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your brutal honesty.
Yeah. Belts don't suit you. You look like a barrel, Susan. There is no wieners for you. Okay, drive on. Tears. We have tears. Move on.
Make sure you get some of the hot dog coupons. Not to Susan. Susan can...
Not you, Susan. I think you've had enough wiener. This town isn't big enough for wieners and you. Yeah. Let's be frank elsewhere. Your sports franchise is extremely mediocre.
Oh.
You have not made the playoffs every season for every reason. Now gaze at my giant cock in a bun as I drive away from your loserness.
I mean, I don't like what he said, but I have to respect the way he said it.
God, he's
It's
frank.
just true. You know, we can be upset as we want, but he was right.
He knows. He knows what's going on. What I would like to bring to the table, Mr. Glenn.
You
Let
can
me just
bring
stop jiggering around with myself.
No. Yeah, I'd like that.
I'd sure appreciate less man jigger. What I would like to bring to the table, Mr. Glenn, is a name change. Once again, it's that time of the show where I say, has political correctness gone mad? Are the woke mob after you?
The wokerati.
Hey, them lot.
They're up. They're awake. I'm up.
They're coming for us. Anyway, there is a town in Austria
I
called...
believe you.
So far that checks out. It'd sound great if you were holding up a giant map of Austria at the time. There's a town in Austria called fucking...
Yeah! On the 69th parallel.
Woo! Fucking.
Yeah!
Spelled fucking as well. Fucking. Fucking. And the mayor of the town, it's only a small town, obviously. I'm sure we would have heard about it otherwise. It's basically protesting, or sorry, it's the town's complaining it's sick of people showing up and getting pictures with the "Welcome to fucking" sign. Right?
Boy, I wonder how they could stop people taking pictures of themselves with the sign. I wonder how. Yeah. Just don't have the sign.
But then, how would the people who live in fucking know that they're in fucking?
Yeah, sat navs. Yeah.
Can't put it in. Keeps taking you to ducking. God damn it! I'm in Upper Silesia now. Yes, fucking Austria. And the mayor at the time, when this all kind of became big global news, he made it sound. He went, "It's we, of course, we know what it means in your language, but it's always been fucking. Fucking is fucking, and fucking will always be fucking."
Yeah, we're not gonna change the name of the fucking town.
Yeah, which is fucking. We're not changing it.
No.
So that's it, mate. That's it. The name stays the same. Fucking. But obviously, his
and then complains about all of the repercussions.
his crazy outburst made fucking way more famous than it previously had been. More people started showing up, right? And they had to put security cameras around the "Welcome to fucking" sign because people kept trying to steal their fucking. Seriously. Willkommen zu fucking. It's a great way to initiate sex, isn't it? Yeah. Just dressed in lederhosen, slightly recumbent, in your ornate wooden bed.
Yeah.
Welcome to fucking. Mm-hmm. Population. Yo, you sexy creature. Yo, you know what you remind me of? A giant sausage. Sexy sausage car. That's what you're like. Only a lady. You're like a booby car. You know. That's what you are. That's what you remind me of. With your big swingy strudels. and your delicious schnitzel. Yes. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
This is how old I am. That just made me hungry.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the middle-aged man's dilemma. Food or sex?
Food.
And then afterwards you can rub my tummy.
Yeah.
As I process all the... Yeah, so fucking. So they, after the mayor vowed that fucking will always be fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you know what happened? Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah.
They changed it to fugging.
Oh, did they?
Fugging.
Fudging.
No, fugging.
Fugging?
Yeah, so it's like...
So now Italians show up.
Yeah.
Get rid of the fucking church. Oh, wait. Oh.
Ooh! This fucking town, alright!
Giggling by the... Oh, yeah, fucking... Hey, Carmine!
Get out of here.
Get over here. Stevie B, get over here. Terry Q. Over here, now. All right, already. Look at this sign. Comedy. Hey, I know Jack Benny, but look at this. Look at this fucking town. Huh?
Yeah, we'll put it up on Instagram. So I don't know. The kids do mine. I don't know.
Oh.
But it's good. Apparently, we need content.
That's right. And this fucking town is the first place to put a call on a new travel podcast. Come on. And Stevie B. Get over here, Stevie B. Guy's never in shot. He's not even a cameraman. He's not the cameraman.
Never seen.
Never seen the guy. Get over here, Stevie B. That's it. So that's what's happened. They could have changed it to anything.
Yeah, it's too close.
They could have changed it to McLoveton. Or just Liebestad. That would have been Lovetown.
Ooh.
That's quite nice, isn't it? Liebestad.
You know, there's a town in Canada called Dildo.
No. I don't know why I nodded. I was just like, I wasn't saying that I knew that. I think I was just approving.
Yeah. There's a town
Called Dildo.
Yeah, sounds like something that would have come up in a Neil Young song.
There's a vibrator in North Ontario.
Yeah. There's a buzz about the town.
On this harvest poon. Ding, 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 ding. I
Shooting rabbits lately.
come a little bit closer. 6 vibrating inches from me. Ding, 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 ding. Well, there you go. So there you go. So I disapprove of that. I think the people of fucking should have stayed fucking in their fucking town.
Yeah.
Fucking saying it how it really fucking is.
Change a fucking thing.
Don't change a fucking thing about yourself, fucking.
Yeah.
Be proud of yourself. Not your fault. You didn't know. You weren't called. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You can't be liable for what your thing means in another man's language.
Yeah. Because in Austrian, it just means necrophilia with a dead man's eye. And that's...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the man is dead, so his eye is also dead. And as it happens, if you really need to know, Mr. Nitpicky, the actual eyeball we're talking about is a glass one. Yeah. So now who feels stupid talking about trying to shame people?
That's right.
You shouldn't shame people for making love to a glass eye.
No. It's called the Ryan Smith method.
Poor Ryan.
How many other things in crime scenes did he fuck?
That's true.
It just happened to be a sex doll, but
this time.
Yeah. It was actually best case scenario for him because he didn't get caught humping one of the guy's loafers or something.
Got a bit of a moccasin stuck on the end of my wiener right here.
Yeah, that was a bit embarrassing.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This week's Eejits of the World. We would like to thank all the Eejits for taking part, unbeknownst to themselves, in this celebration. It's a celebration.
Thank you for sending out such a blast of Eejitness that it blipped on our radar and we found you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you for releasing the exocets from your submarine of stupidity. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a podcast. Pod People production.
Pod People production.
It's been a Pod People production.
Pod People are producing things.